Hi everyone, my name is Delynn Bueno and I'm going to be your instructor for spring 2022. Some of you I've had in classes before. I know about 90 of you I had last semester in my dual credit class. I'm very excited to be teaching you once again. I hope you are as excited as I am. Probably not, but that's okay. So this is just an overview, kind of an introduction to where to find everything in the course, more specifically for students who have not had me before. Maybe you're in my online 200 sections, either World Civilizations 2 or U.S. History 2. So just to kind of get you familiar with where everything is at in the course so that the second week that you know where to find your assignments. So that's what this is. In the Start Here tab, it will automatically start you off here probably through the first week, and then I'm going to try to set it where when you click on this course in Blackboard, it will automatically take you to the content homepage where the assignments are located. So this is for my World Civilizations class, kind of give you an overview of what this class is, and then also I have just a little explanation of what can be found in each of these tabs over here to the left. Then also in all the classes you're going to find the syllabus listed down here for you. You do not have to have Word, Microsoft Office Suite at all to view this. It's helpful if you do have that, if you want to save this and download it, but you don't. I do encourage all of you to read through the syllabus, especially when it starts talking about where, the evaluation of things, Respondus Lockdown when you take exams. If all of this sounds like a foreign language to you, that's okay. We're going to have a separate video that talks about how to do your assignments and where to find them. So what I do want to show you, and also later on, probably during week 1, I will put a calendar in here that has specific due dates for each class that tells you what's due every single week. I try to do that in my content homepage as well. So in this tab, this is going to be where you're going to find your assignments and what to do each week. You will notice I'm in instructor view right now. So let me close this down. So in the instructor view, I can see that week 2 is there. It's not available to you yet, and it won't be available probably until usually today, Tuesday, first day of class, or probably Wednesday. But as we start going this first week, you'll notice week 2 and week 3 should be open by the end of the week. And then throughout the semester, I'm not going to open the entire semester at once because I don't want you to be too overwhelmed and trying to work and just getting ahead of yourself. I want you to slow down, but I will open it up where it's at least 2, if not 3, 4, or 5 weeks ahead where you can work on things. So in this first week, week 1, you're going to find, let's click on it really quickly. You're going to find a link to Launchpad, and you're going to find a link to student registration to up your Launchpad account. If you had History 1301 in the fall, and you bought the access code from the PJC bookstore, or you got it, online through PJC, you do not have to buy another book or another access code. Same thing with World Civilizations. If you took History 2321, the first half of World Civ, you do not have to buy another access code. You may have to enter that access code that you originally got in the fall, re-enter that. More than likely, it should go ahead and sync up your account. You will have to use your login user ID, which should be your Paris Dragons JC or your dragons.parisjc.edu email account. That's the one that I want you to use. And then you may have to re-enter your email or your password that you set up with that email to log back into your Launchpad account for this semester. If you did not take 1301 in the fall, you did not take 2321 in the fall, then you will have to buy an access code. You can buy that at our bookstore along with a physical copy of the book, which will look something kind of like this. It may have a green cover for American history, and then the World Civ class, like a physical book and an access code. So make sure you have those. If you don't, that's okay. You can use a free 2-week trial when you click on student registration. And then also, you can buy directly from the publisher. You don't have to go to our bookstore. It's a few dollars cheaper if you buy it from the publisher directly when you go here. Those options are available to you. So that's what you're going to do during week 1. You're also going to have an exam here that you have to use, just a practice exam, using Respondus Lockdown Browser. that video will be made available to you. If you've never used it before, if you don't know what Respondus is, I do have a separate video that will be made available to you this week as well, so that you can make sure you log in and get that done. Moving on away from week 1, when we get into week 2, it's going to start to look kind of the same for everyone. I set up all my online courses the exact same, so it doesn't matter if you're in this World Civilizations class or if you're in my History 1302 class. They all will follow the same format. And that format is, I'm going to switch over and actually get into, let me move this down just a little bit. I'm going to get into my dual credit class because I've already built out that week. So I want you to see exactly what it looks like. So you'll notice it's the same thing, right? Just a different class. The syllabus looks different topics in that class, but all of mine are set up the exact same way. We're going to go into week 2 of this course. This is week 2 module. When you get in here, it'll look a little different than this because I'm in the instructor view. So I switched it over to the student view so that you see exactly how it's going to look like. So let's click on week 2. So this is when how most of the modules are going to be set up for the rest of the semester. You will have the outline, the PowerPoint. It's just like a summary. That's all it is of the chapter. It's right here for you. If you want, there's different options. You can download a copy, you can print it, you can expand it where it's like a full web page if you want to, or you can go through it just like this and click on the slides and go through. What I also do is this next thing, the next step is the video, and my videos are on YouTube. So that way, if for some reason it's not working via Blackboard, you should be able to find it on YouTube. And you can watch these videos. All the video is me going over that PowerPoint, that outline, really quickly. I try to keep these to 5 minutes or less. So I kind of talk fast in those, but that's why it's great video, because you can pause and go back and listen to things. I do interject some personal stories or just kind of add a little bit more when I can, when I have the time, to those videos. So you go through, you look at the outline, you watch the video, and it's totally up to you. If you don't like my videos, that's cool. You don't have to watch them, but you need to make sure you read the chapter if you don't watch the videos. Because the next thing you're going to do is a quiz over the reading or the video. So if you read the chapter, or if you watch the video, or if you do both, then you're going to have a quiz. You're going to click on Click to Launch, and it will take you into Launchpad, and it will take you straight to the quiz that is due. I need to set this up and all of that. If you have this and there's this pop-up blocker, just click on Launch Content, and it will take you straight to the quiz in Launchpad. I'll let it load for a second. And the quizzes, they all look the same, different content, right, for different subjects. But just click on Start the Quiz, and then you go through, use your textbook, use the notes, use the PowerPoint to answer those questions on the quiz. Those of you that have had me before, you know that about 90 to 95% of your exam comes from these quiz questions. I just recycle them and put them on the exam. So the exam should be fairly easy if you're going through and doing the quizzes. Also, there are map quizzes. I will give you another hint on the map quizzes. If you will open the textbook and find the map that it's referring to, it's usually the first map in the chapter. That's usually your quiz. All the answers are there for the most part. The primary and secondary sources, you can also find those in the textbook as well, and you can read over those, except for, I think, the World Civilizations class. Those, I think, are only available online. Not all of those are going to be found in the textbook. But that's how you kind of navigate through the course. Map quizzes, primary and secondary sources, and then the chapter quizzes are all done in Pad. But you log into Blackboard, click on the link, and it takes you straight into Launchpad. Sometimes, let me just start this quiz. Sometimes students will email and say, I can't find the submit button anymore. It's gone, so it's right here, but sometimes it will disappear. That means that your computer that you're using needs to be updated. Just like your phone needs to be updated for your apps to work, the same thing with Launchpad. You need to go through and just let your computer update so that this software, this app will work. So just be aware of that. couple of other things I want to walk you through really quickly in the course are these other tabs that are located here to the left. So this is the email tab. Please do not email me outside of this. When you use this tab, I know exactly what class you were in, and I can troubleshoot your problem a lot quicker than I can if you just email me my regular email. All of our conversation is logged in here. All of our emails back and forth are logged. I never lose this. And that way I don't have to email you back and be like, what class are you referring to? Are you in like a 1302? And what section of 1302 are you in? I know if you use this email tab. And I guarantee that I will answer these quicker than I do if you just email me to my regular email. So please, please, please utilize the tab and email me all the time right here. The gradebook tab, and I just noticed this needs to be separate, but anyways, the gradebook tab, this is where your grades can be found. In my class, it's really important to look at the weighted total because that is your actual average. I'm going to move me down just a little bit. But here, weighted total will have your average. Don't ever look at the total down here because that's not your average, right? Announcements, I use this tab in case there's like an announcement that I need to make to everyone. Like everyone keeps having the same issue and I keep getting lots of emails about one thing in particular. I'll post an announcement and push that out. Not only is it pushed to where you can see it, but you also get an email with that announcement as well. Below the line here, these are just like more resources for you to use, tutor.com. The student handbook is here, frequently asked questions referring to Blackboard, and then IT help. This is really important to utilize because although I am the instructor and I can answer most questions, there are some things that I just can't help you with. Like if you're having issues installing Respondus on your Chromebook or on your personal computer so that you can take quizzes or take exams at home, I probably can't help you troubleshoot that, but our help desk can. And you can call them at this number, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or you can use help desk, email them. Then if you're having issues with Launchpad, your Launchpad isn't working, you're having access issues, you can't find your access code, I don't have your access code, and I don't have your password. That's something you did on your own. I don't have that information. You would need to talk with them, and here is their direct website that you can set up an online chat and start talking with them about it. So utilize those, especially at the beginning of the semester if you run into any problems. Stay tuned for a couple more videos. I'm going to show you how to set up Launchpad and also how to make sure you have Respondus installed on your computer so that you're successful this very first week of class.